What's up, good people?
What's up, good people? It is Hark Joseph L., the CEO of Sons of SP Phillips, and we're back with episode 6 of the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. I'm so happy that you have come back and tuned in to another episode. This is your podcast. This is information for you so that we all can be successful spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and financially. Because I'm going to give you some advice on entrepreneurship. I might even give you some financial advice. I'm here to give it all to you. This is what the Elephant Wisdom is for. All right. If I sound a little drained, please forgive me. It is late, or early, whatever, depending on when you want to call it. Enrique called me, and I had to get up because he has to finish editing a podcast for the Two Harks with Hark Henry. And according to him, the episode went a little bit longer than what they had planned, which I understand was a great episode, but causes for more editing, and he needs to get us out the way since, our episodes are pretty short. So when Enrique calls, I get up, get this happen, get down to the Elephant Room studio, and we get it popping. All right. So with this podcast, we're here to explore life's hard-hitting truths and share the wisdom that helps you dominate your everyday life. And I'm excited to have you here as always. And so we're diving into powerful ideas that challenge our thinking, is keeping us grounded, and help us see the world for what it really is, not just how it appears to be. Okay. So I got to let you know today's episode is brought to you by Sons of SP Phillips. Go to sonsofspphillips.com. $1 Million Style for the $100 Man. We give style and attitude a dress code, inspired by the people and motivated by the culture. Sons of SP Phillips sells new and slightly worn designer clothing and apparel for men and women, custom t-shirts, custom apparel, custom accessories, and more. Get over there today, www.sonsofspphillips.com. 15% off your first purchase. Any purchase over $45, I'm paying for the shipping. Got it? Good. So today's episode is number 2020, The Hype. Don't believe it. So we're going to get into this just like this. This is how this discussion starts, okay? Enrique comes up with some great ideas, and we put some quotes together. And if you ever visit our LinkedIn page, Sons of SP Phillips, you'll see some of these quotes that we did like last year and stuff. So we're just taking our original quotes and we're just adding some theories to them, okay? So Elephant Wisdom number 2020, The Hype, Don't Believe It. If you see a picture of a man in the air, did he just learn the ability to fly, or is he falling to his death? Social media gives us a false sense of reality and fictional truths. People are quick to believe just because it's posted. No footnotes, no bibliography, no nothing. Truth without proof is deception. Let's think about this for a second. A powerful truth can be hidden in plain sight, right? So we are living in a world and a society where too often we believe what's presented without questioning it. Social media is the master illusionist of our time, giving a snapshot of someone's life, success, opinions, without the backstory, the context, or the facts to support it. All right. Think with me a couple years ago. For those that don't know, there's a young rap artist named Bow Wow. And these rappers and these guys, they love to promote their life. They love to promote their lifestyle, their gold, their women, and all this other stuff. So Bow Wow went on Instagram, and he was posting all these pictures of a private jet, a limousine, a nice car on a runway tarmac. And I don't remember what it said. And it was, it implied that, I'm living that life, and kind of point is like, I'm living this life and you're not. It's pretty much the basis of it. Putting his success in everybody's front view mirror. But at the same time, one of his followers saw that and were sitting right behind young Bow Wow on an airplane while he was posting that post with the planes and things like that. And the guy took a picture of Bow Wow sitting in the plane right in front of him, implying like, we're not on that plane. And this plane that they were sitting on, it wasn't a private plane. There was no cars or no anything like that. And I think it was probably a Delta airline or Southwest. It wasn't first class, so it wasn't anything extravagant. He was on a plane with just everybody else. Clearly the point. So Had this person not pointed out Bow Wow's little lie, everybody would have just been like, oh my gosh, Bow Wow is just the man, So that's just one thing to learn from. So in today's episode, man, we're breaking down the deception of digital realities, how social media has become a breeding ground for fictional truths, and how easily we can be fooled by an image or post that looks convincing but might not be anything more than smoke and mirrors. Young Bow Wow, right? So social media is a double-edged sword for our generation. There's no doubt about that. On one hand, it connects us. On the other hand, it distorts reality. And I can attest, there's been so much that I've done with social media, friends that I've connected with that I haven't seen in decades, connecting with other people across the country who has the same last name as me, and trying to connect the family tree, trying to figure out and learn my roots. I believe when you use Facebook or social media in that fashion, it's a wonderful thing. But there's that other side of it. We see these carefully curated lives, all these edited photos, success stories, and we start to measure ourselves against them. But what are we really seeing? Let's get back to the image of the man floating in the air. Is he flying or is he falling? Most people, at first glance, want to believe the exciting narrative. Wow, he's flying like Superman. We got a Superman. But without asking the right questions, we might be ignoring the fact that he's in free fall. This is the power of perception. Social media serves up perception, not always truth. We're scrolling through timelines filled with excitement, success, happiness, but we rarely see the hustle, the failures, or the struggles that actually make up the most of the real journey. Now, I've spoken to people here and there about this, and the consensus is clear. People are drawn to the extraordinary. Sometimes people like to live vicariously through others. That's a fact. It happens. We love the idea that life can be extraordinary at one moment, so we buy into what it looks like in instant success. And while that can be inspiring, it can also be misleading. And I'm not saying that social media can't provide inspiration or insight. It most definitely can. But the problem is, we often treat it as reality when it's more of a highlight reel. We don't see the long nights. We don't see the grind. We don't see the failures. Because with me building my business, I've come across a lot of failures, and I am still grinding. We just see the end results, the polished version. And if we aren't careful, we start feeling like we're behind, or worse, that we're not good enough. Imposter syndrome. We've been talking about this. We've been alluding to this for the last couple episodes. Here's the truth. Real success is built on struggle. It's built on failure. And it's built on perseverance, not on filtered images. $1 million question. Hark. So what do we do about it? Well, it starts with awareness, my friend. We need to remind ourselves that what we see online is rarely the full story. Just like the man falling in the air. Don't assume he's flying without looking at the bigger picture. Start asking some questions. Where's the proof? Where's the backstory? And even more importantly, we need to focus on our own path. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel, please. If you're constantly measuring yourself against a filtered reality, you're bound to feel inadequate. This is what happens. But if you stay grounded in your own truth, in your process, you'll start to see that your progress, though it might be slower or less glamorous than what you're seeing online, it is real. It's solid. And it's building a foundation for your long-term success. Working with Enrique here. He has given us some practical ways to stay grounded in today's digital world. First, limit your social media consumption. Definitely. Don't let it dominate your day, because that's not what we do. We dominate each day. Number 2, follow people and accounts that offer some value, not just hype. People that are actually saying something, that are actually showing or telling you how it works. Like the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. Take time to reflect on your own journey. Celebrate your small wins, your progress, and your failures. They're all part of the process. Small wins can be so motivational. And my failures are inspiring because to not do it again. And most importantly, don't let someone else's illusion distract you from your own reality. Keep your head in the game, friend. Stay focused on what really matters and build your own success brick by brick. And everything will come to you just like it's supposed to. Now, I know there may still be some questions, because talking to people, I get these same questions all the time. So let me hit you with a couple quick FAQs. One question I do hear a lot is, how do I balance staying informed and connected on social media without getting caught up in the hype? That's a great question. Be selective. Cut it off once in a while. Or follow people who offer real insight, not just flash. Use social media as a tool, not as a mirror for your life. I can attest to this as well. I have like maybe 6, 7, 8 social media accounts, each one for my different business ventures as a tool. As for marketing, even though it doesn't always help, but it keeps my brands out there and it keeps the flow coming in, creating content. Another question I might hear is, how do I avoid comparing myself to others when I see their success? Been addressing this stuff, man. This is tricky stuff. Remember, when you're seeing this one chapter of the book, remember, you're just seeing one chapter of this person's life, one chapter of the book. You got to turn these pages. You don't know what came before, and you don't know what's coming after. Focus on your own story, write it your way, and trust the process. Simple as that. Now, in closing, I hope I gave you something to think about. I hope you got some powerful takeaways from our discussion on the deception of digital realities. So remember, dominate your day. Each day is made to dominate. You have the power to shape your life, your success, and your past. So it's simple. Dominate or don't, it's up to you. And as always, don't forget to pray along the way. Keep your heart and mind focused on what truly matters. Hey, keep tuning in to the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. Follow us on our social medias at Sons of SPP. You'll see a lot of content regarding our store. You'll see information regarding our podcast. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. As always, leave a comment, leave some suggestions. Hey, if there's a topic you want me and Enrique to touch on, leave it in the comments or send us a DM, and we'll look in it, we'll research it, we'll get it done, and we'll call you out on it and shout you out on it. All right. So, Elephant Wisdom Podcast. Pray along the way. Have a good day. Until our next episode. Peace out.